So I made a video 5 months ago, and in that video, this is what I said.
I talk about Call of Duty's story a lot, and the one thing that I always say is if you don't see a character die, they are probably not dead. I personally think that Phillip Graves is not dead. They didn't give him a good enough death scene, at least in my opinion. And because of that, I'm guessing that either the tank was controlled by someone else and we were hearing Commander Phillip Graves over the radio, or it was remotely controlled and he was talking to us, talking smack, trying to get us fired up. But my guess is he's not dead. My guess is he's going to be making a return.
Now, as it turns out, 5 months later, present day, we come to find out that within Season 5 of Modern Warfare 2, Commander Phillip Graves is making a return. Henceforth, the theory stands. If you don't see a character die, they are probably not dead. But this actually leads to a whole bunch more questions. Number one, what was the story leading up to this? Number two, how did Phillip Graves survive? And number three, what does this mean for the story moving forward? And that last part is by far the most interesting. And today we have answers to all of those questions. But first, we're going to take a very brief look at Phillip Graves' backstory. So Commander Phillip Graves was introduced in Modern Warfare 2 as one of the leaders of Shadow Company, as Commander Phillip Graves. He was working underneath none other than General Shepard and alongside Task Force 141. Now, as we would come to find out about 2 months before the events of Modern Warfare 2, Shadow Company would be going on a black bag operation, transporting ballistic missiles to a proper location within the Middle East. However, they would be attacked by Russian forces, and upon that, the ballistic missiles would be taken and given to Al-Qatala. Everything else within Modern Warfare 2 is essentially a cover-up of this black bag mission. General Shepard trying to cover his ass with the help of Phillip Graves, saving Shadow Company's name. So when Task Force 141 returns to Los Vaqueros compound, they are essentially cut out of the mission. Shadow Company takes over, including the compound. Now, of course, Task Force 141 does not take this laying down. They end up going after Commander Phillip Graves, and therefore, by the end of the game, this is what ends up happening. Graves brings a tank to a gunfight, and Task Force 141 ends up winning somehow.
You did it, so? You and me, hermano, brought a gun to a tank fight. Yeah, we did. So up the coast, and we're ready. Graves is KIA.
Now, the weirdest part about this cutscene is they never check the tank for a body to see if Graves is actually KIA or not. And as I mentioned about 5 months ago, it was also weird that as you were talking to Graves throughout this fight, you were firing weapons, explosions are going off, but while he's talking to you and talking smack, you can't hear any of the gunshots or explosions on the radio.
You'll hang for this.
Knock that honor shit off, Johnny. I'll be sipping tequila, forgetting where I buried your ass. Can you say the same? Hey, Rodolfo. Don't go thinking uno, cuatro, uno, two amigos, hermano, because they ain't.
So, come to find out, within Season 5, Phillip Graves is not dead, and he is making a return. But the question is, how did he survive that explosion? Well, Infinity Ward does have an answer for that, but I will say it's pretty lame. You'll see as I read through this. They say, he's back. You probably have questions. Graves does not have time for answers. Well, how convenient is that? It's a lot easier to write this if you just don't give us answers. He says that he was never in that tank that exploded at the hands of the 141 and now is back to business. So I guess there's our answer. In other words, we were right 5 months ago when we said he was never in that tank. So this leads to the question, what happens next? And we get the answer to this in the trailer for Season 5.
Shadow himself. Heard you died in a tank in South America.
What else you heard?
Now, this next part is very important, and this is written in the blog post for Season 5. Unbeknownst to Price, Gaz, and the rest of Task Force 141, Farah and Alex head back to Urzikstan. So this is after the events of the final raid. So just as a recap to that, we go into a bunker in the Satik Mountains. This includes Alex, Price, Gaz, and Farah, and when we do so, we end up tracking down Hadir. Hadir has access to a nuclear warhead, and by the very end, we end up stopping him. However, he ends up passing away. And when he does so, he has a very emotional moment with Farah, but he also warns us of this.
Hadir, give us a name.
The real Russians. Who? Hadir.
He's gone.
So come to find out within Season 5, we know who the real Russians are. It turns out that these are none other than the Konni ultranationalists. Now, keep in mind, these are the same people that stole the ballistic missiles from Commander Phillip Graves 2 months prior to the events of Modern Warfare 2 in the Middle East. They're also the same people who moved in on Ashika Island, but now they are moving in to Al Mazrah. So I'm assuming that Kate Laswell set up this meeting with Shadow Company. We know that Shadow Company is not so good with Task Force 141. That's why it's important that Farah and Alex met with Graves, because if it was Price, if it was Gaz, if it was Alejandro, any of these people would have lost it and probably just killed Graves sight unseen. But Alex and Farah weren't there during the events of Modern Warfare 2, hence why they are sent to this meeting. So in this cutscene, what we see is the three leaders, in other words, Graves, Alex, and Farah, look over a map of Al Mazrah, where Graves has intel on the new ultranationalist threat who has moved in to Al Mazrah. This is the same group that Hadir did not speak about in his dying breaths. Now, the important part about this is that if you don't know, the Konni ultranationalists are led by none other than Vladimir Makarov. Now, our first hint towards Makarov was in the post-credit scene of Modern Warfare 2, where we see, once again, an airplane. On this airplane, we see someone putting together a weapon, and by the very end, their cell phone states the words, "No Russian." In other words, don't speak Russian because we are hiding that we are Russians. The exact same thing that they did in the mission No Russian in the original Modern Warfare 2. Now, recently, we have seen promotional material leak out for Modern Warfare 3, the next Call of Duty game, and in the background, behind Captain Price, we can see the face of none other than Vladimir Makarov. So what does this mean for Season 5? Well, at some point within Season 5, we are getting a reveal event for the next Call of Duty game. It specifically says this: drop into Call of Duty Warzone to experience the worldwide reveal for Call of Duty 2023. In a limited time event, join the ranks of Shadow Company to take on Konni forces and secure the chemical weapon threat before it is too late. Stay tuned to the Call of Duty channels for more details about the upcoming reveal. So we know that this is coming. We know that the Konni ultranationalists have moved in on Al Mazrah, and we know that they are led by Vladimir Makarov. And with this, we're probably going to get a trailer and everything like that for the next Call of Duty game, Call of Duty 2023, aka Modern Warfare 3. So for now, I guess we have bigger threats than Phillip Graves. For now, we will work alongside him to try to stop the ultranationalists, to try to stop Makarov. Are we fans of Phillip Graves? Well, yeah, his voice actor is pretty good, but as a character, we do not like him. And I'm curious to see where this goes, where the first cutscene we see Price or Vargas or even Ghost have an interaction with Graves. I think that'll be super interesting and excited to see where that goes. But for now, he's alive, he is back, and for now, we are working alongside him. So let me know what you think of the story so far down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more story videos, the more likes these video gets, the more likely I am to continue on and keep making these videos for you guys. So if you enjoy, hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're made